prophecy of the purged lips. Moses and Isaiah both are prophetic foreshadows of the end times prophets who had their lips purged. And the Lord has a prophecy for the end times that is revealed that two prophets also in the same like manner will have their lips purged to prophesy for 1260 days in the end times. First, we know that two prophets give account of this in the Old Testament, which is, according to the law of Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 15, fulfills the law that out of the mouth of two witnesses a matter is established. And thus, we will find that in the story of Moses and Isaiah, this prophecy is a foreshadow in the book of Revelation. And this first account, looking to Moses first, we see Exodus chapter 6, verse 30. And Moses said before the Lord, Behold, I am of uncircumcised lips, and how shall Pharaoh hearken unto me? So we see here clearly that Moses is saying that he's a man with unclean lips. People who were uncircumcised were considered to be unclean. And so when Moses said he's of uncircumcised lips, he's saying that he's a man of unclean lips. And when Moses was given things to prophesy, he heard thunders, lightnings, and trumpets. Exodus chapter 20, verse 18 says, And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. So this is one account out of two testimonies. The second testimony is Isaiah. He also says he's a man of unclean lips. And in this story of Isaiah, he begins to talk about what occurs with his unclean lips and how they are purged. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 5 says, Then said I, Woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips, for mine eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. So what we see here, what was the result of the unclean lips, was hot coals of fire were taken from the altar to set them on his tongue to purge his tongue. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 6 and 7. Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from off the altar. And he laid it upon my mouth, and said, Lo, this hath touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Then the Lord said, Who will go for us to the prophet? When he wanted to send the prophet, after he purged the lips. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, Here am I, send me. So who will be sent in the end? Who's going to go for us in the end? With unclean lips that get purged. To see the thunder, lightnings, and trumpets. Revelation chapter 11, verse 3 talks about two being sent. And I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days. And these are two prophets. Revelation chapter 11, verse 10. And they that dwelt upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. And what is to be prophesied? Plagues, trumpets, and wrath. And I saw the seven angels which stood before God, and to them were given seven trumpets. And what is done at the seven trumpets being prepared to be sounded? Revelation chapter 8, verse 3 through 6. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense, which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before God out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar, and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and an earthquake. And the seven angels which had the seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. What we see here is hot coals from the altar thrown to the earth with lightning, trumpets, and thunders. Just like Moses and Isaiah. And the lips are to be purged with those coals and fire from the altar that is thrown to the earth. Revelation chapter 11, verse 5. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. So we see that the purging of the mouth has occurred, that the pure fire may come out of the mouth. Lightning, thunder, and trumpets with two prophets and coals from the altar will be purging the lips for the end times, which was foreshadowed in the time of Isaiah and the time of Moses. For those 1260 days, those purged lips will prophesy. And this is the prophecy of purged lips.